Namaste and welcome to NICKIE'S Toolkit, the energetic space and place where we share thoughts, we share time, we share ideas, we share tools on building, maintaining, and living a wholesome, nourishing, and supportive life. I share with you the tools that I have found to be extremely supportive for me, and I have created so much balance and joy in living this dynamic and amazing life that we all live. And so today, one of the things that I'd love to be able to share with you is the importance of making sure that your yes is yes and your no is no, and understanding that both yes and no are whole and complete answers. A lot of the times I find we live in a space where when we subscribe to what is superficial and contrived, sometimes we end up with our mouths saying things that our heart and our soul are not saying. And a lot of the times we find ourselves in situations where we should be saying no, but because we're so concerned about the superficial and the contrived, we end up saying yes. And at the end of the day, at the end of whatever the exchange is, it is less than supportive and nourishing for our lives. And so today I want to invite everybody to make sure that we stay in that space of integrity with self, for self. And if we stay in that space, then it goes without saying that there will be integrity in our exchanges with anybody or any other thing that we're sharing time and space with. A lot of the times, fear comes in because we have the confusion between assertiveness and aggression. And a lot of that is also contrived and it's superficial. A lot of it is cultural, depending on how we're raised and what it is that we have been cultured to do and not do, and how to deliver and not deliver. And I would like to say it's important for us to understand that being assertive and being aggressive are two totally different things. And so it's important for us to stand up for what it is that we believe, or what it is that we find nourishing and supportive for our lives, as long as we are in a space where our intention is pure and where we're coming from is wholesome. Sometimes when we take a decision, it's not always going to be supportive or supportive to the persons that we share time and space with. Maybe not at the time when we say a yes or a no. But inevitably, once our intention is pure, I have found that inevitably that response, no matter what it is, becomes supportive ultimately. And it's important for us to stay in a whole position for ourselves whenever we're taking any decisions or whenever we're choosing to share time and space with anybody else. Now, it's important for us to know the difference between being assertive and being aggressive. And again, I find that the difference between the two goes back to our intention in our expressions. Being aggressive, you're denying the rights of the other persons that you're sharing time and space with. Whereas being assertive means that you are honoring their rights, but you're also including your own. And that makes perfect sense for me. And it makes the yeses and the nos and the delivery of them not only much easier, but they're more in place. And whereas there might be reactions too, it's more frequent that you have responses than reactions. It is also essential in establishing our boundaries for maintaining our best selves, because it makes no sense for us to live life if we're not living it as our best self. And the choice of saying yes or no, because we always have that choice, is important for us to make sure that we are coming from a space where our intention is pure, and we're looking at operating at our best self, and by making the decisions and choosing to be assertive and choosing not to be aggressive in our responses, staying pure with our intention, making sure that we are not denying the rights of anybody else in our exchanges, but making sure that we are recognizing their rights and honoring our own in the process. And so, in the middle of everything that is so dynamic, and in the middle of lives, like life happens every day, and it's also important for us to understand that decisions that we made yesterday, or what could be a lifetime ago, we still have the opportunity to change them if they're not supporting us. And if we are not engaged in anything that is supportive for us, it is seldom that we can truly be supportive for anybody else who we share time and space with. Thank you so much for sharing time and space with me today on the Toolkit. And I want to wish for you an amazing and a wonderful day where your yes is yes and your no is no, and your choice of which one to exercise is always coming from pure intention and informed by love, for a wholesome, nourishing and supportive life, while you recognize the rights of others and still honor your own. Namaste.